Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Right. Down, 180.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. On play action, now Carr. They've got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Muhammad. There he goes inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
We're good. Right down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right down. 6-18.
Here's Muhammad. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
$6.94. Monday down. 180. 6-18.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
OP.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. Big hold of the 30. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
Looking to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And I think the ball's out, and the Raiders have recovered. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
7:34.
On second down, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Warren. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They go play action here on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go, we're good. Get down. Blue 80.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Get set.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Raider 1, 734. White. Lie down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Intended that time for Cooper. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A hit's Herndon over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And now running right through it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Gone!
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. They give him a gain of 37. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
A first down carry for Barkley. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Monday down. 29. 29. Low. Come here. 29. 29.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Carr now to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Down. 180. 180. Touchdown.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a handoff working right. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Carr to throw on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return is Henderson. Dances by him. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They're going to look to throw. And this one is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. A handoff to Barkley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Express. Alert. 6:37.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
7:34. 8:08. Watch twist.
this one up to about his 14. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They go again with Muhammad. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
The first seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll run it here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Oakland, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.